they have. Let's first, though, before we jump into that, let's see what Facebook, one of this little article on what Facebook was cooking up and saying. And man, my computer's going for slow. And that's because I have no internet connectivity right now. How is that? They're killing my stream. Bad. Yep. They're killing it. Now it's coming back. Now it's going bad. Bad. Yellow, red, yellow, green. Green. Okay, now we're back. Okay, so I don't know what y'all missed there, but those sons of bitches. I have 200 megs down and like 6 meg up connection. How do I lose connection? This is beyond me. I call Comcast and say, hey, I've been having some glitches when I'm trying to do. Oh, we don't show any outages at all. So you tell me. Anyways, script. Let's go on. We're back. It should be good. So we'll go on. Facebook said it will remove all posts alleging Oregon fires were started by certain groups. Now, do you think they would be saying that if people were blaming it on white supremacists, on Trump supporters? Do you think Facebook would say, hey, it's not okay for you to be blaming this on Trump supporters? We are censoring that. Oh, God, no. God, no. We'd have Don Lemon. We'd have Chris Como. We'd have Camel Harris. We'd have Sleepy Biden. We would have all of your usual suspects going balls deep on the fact that Trump supporters are burning down the forests. That's been confirmed. And it would be absolutely without a doubt on front page news nonstop. There would be rumors. But since it's certain groups, quote unquote, that are being blamed for it, and we don't have any hard evidence. We got some pretty damn good circumstantial evidence we're going to talk about. We don't have any hard evidence, so I'm not saying they are for sure. It is for sure Antifa or the BLM. We're not going to say that, and that doesn't stand for Bureau of Land Management when I say BLM, okay? We could get that confused. The BLM also stands for Bureau of Land Management. That is not the BLM I am talking about. Burn, loot, and murder is the one I'm talking about, okay? Anyways, we're not saying for sure it's them. What we're saying is there's a lot of suspicious pointers, fingers, and circumstantial evidence pointing to them. Either way, whoever it is, people have been adding to these fires. That is without a doubt. So for Facebook to come out and decide in their almighty knowledge that they're going to censor this, it's a bit of bullshit. Facebook has announced that it will be wiping messages alleging that the wildfires, which have been sweeping through Oregon, might be the work of certain groups after the FBI brushed off reports of arson as conspiracy theories. Those are conspiracy theories. That's all that is. Don't worry. Pay no attention. Pay no attention over there. That is not, no, it's not. It's not conspiracy theories. Those are conspiracy theories. We're removing false claims that the wildfires in Oregon were started by certain groups. Andy Stone, policy communication manager at Facebook, tweeted late on Saturday. Defending what is effectively an act of censorship by the social media giant, Stone noted that speculation suggesting the blazes might have been ignited by extremists are forcing law enforcement to divert resources from fighting the fires and protecting the public. Now, I have a question here. How many resources is it really diverting, honestly? You get a few calls here and there. Well, there's been more than a few. There's been people asking. There's been a lot of calls of people reporting stuff they saw, and the cops and whatnot how to respond to it. But how many people are really flooding it to where they can't get their work done by saying, hey, is this true about the arsonists? There's probably a handful of those for sure, but not so much they can't get it done. To me, that's a weak ass excuse for Facebook to say, okay, it's time for us to jump into gear, and we're going to save we're going to save the mainstream narrative here and push it, and we're not going to allow anything else that would go against that. The move comes as multiple wildfires are tearing through Oregon, closing in on Portland. No, they're not closing in on Portland. Portland was not going to catch on fire from these wildfires. Portland's catching on fire from the very people accused of starting some of these wildfires or adding to them. The fires were never going to get to Portland. This is also people who don't live here. It's hype. They weren't going to get to Portland. They weren't even going to get to downtown city, Oregon City, which is 15 miles from Portland, right? There's no way they were getting to Portland. Anyways, closing in on Portland, the center of the Black Lives Matter protests, which have been marred by vandalism and arson. Yes, they have. We are removing false claims that the wildfires in Oregon were started by certain groups. This is based on confirmation from law enforcement that these rumors are forcing local fire and police agencies to divert resources from fighting the fires and protecting the public. This is consistent with our past efforts to remove content that led to imminent harm given the possible risk of human life as the fires rage on. Okay? So, here's the thing. There has been arson arrests made surrounding these things. On Friday, well, let's just continue to read. Wildfires sparked mass evacuations in the state, forcing more than 40,000 people to flee their homes due to the blaze. As of Saturday, at least 10 people lost their lives in all of Oregon. That's true. The fires already left a trail of destruction, burning over 1 million acres across the state. It's been pretty insane how many acres have burned. As the fires are being referred to as historic in terms of the number of conflagrations and the estimated damage, speculation arose that foul play might be involved, with rumors circulating online that Antifa or BLM activists could be behind the infernos. Well, why would we think that? They've been lighting everything on fire in Portland, and they said they were bringing it to the suburbs and rural areas. They threatened to bring their chaos and their mayhem to the suburbs and to the rural areas. And we know they love fire. And so people started seeing eyewitness reports of these things, scanners, so on and so forth. People were getting arrested, throwing Molotov cocktails at them. So of course speculation is going to start to rise that this is Antifa is adding to this. That's on them. They're the ones who said they were going to do it. Says, it goes on to talk about some different things. Like for one thing here, it says on Friday, a man was charged with multiple counts of arson after allegedly igniting a wildfire near Phoenix in southern Oregon. Another man was arrested in central Oregon on Tuesday on suspicions of starting a fire that ravaged some 400 acres of land. There is nothing to suggest, though, that any of these alleged arsons were politically motivated, except, like I just said, a whole shit ton of circumstantial evidence, and right along those same lines, there's nothing to suggest they weren't. There's nothing to suggest they were politically motivated. Okay, we can wait for it all to shake out if we would ever get a fair shake on it. There's also nothing to say that they weren't. And again, there's a whole lot of circumstantial evidence that could point to the contrary, that they were. I got into... it was kind of funny because I got into a couple different arguments with some people over the weekend on Facebook, which I don't normally do. I don't get into the whole Facebook stuff. I post funny memes and that's it. But I went into one of the chats and people were like, this is just conspiracy theory. You guys are so blah, 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 blah. This is nonsense, right? This is just total nonsense. Well, here's some of the circumstantial evidence we do have. As for this story right here. Before I play it for you, let me mute it here. Okay, it is muted. I haven't pushed play yet. A captain for the Clackamas County Agency, and I don't know if this guy is from the Sheriff's Department or from the Fire Department. He's a captain at one of the two, because this video clicks in right after he said he was a captain, and I can't remember if it's a captain of the Clackamas County Sheriff's Department, and or if he is the captain for the Fire Department. But anyways, they had a Zoom call where he confirmed that they were fighting suspicious materials being stashed with intent for people to come back at a later and initiate fires. Let's take a listen.
As did Captain Strangfield. So for everyone in the room who doesn't know me, I'm Captain Jeff Smith, and so I'm appearing on their behalf.
Okay. Well, maybe you could answer some questions for us. The Sheriff's Department or various representatives have asked us to consider adding a curfew to our emergency ordinance, and at this point,
he said Sheriff's Department, so I guess this guy's from the Fire Department, the captain from the Fire Department.
The Board of County Commissioners would just check the box. And then the sheriffs, can you tell us what the sheriff envisions?
Yeah, so if I could...
He's saying, can I tell you what the sheriff envisions? So maybe he's a deputy. Either way, he's a captain.
Hopefully elaborate and give you guys some information so it helps in helping you make your decision on that. So, yeah, the reason we're asking for a curfew, and we would probably liken that to the time of the noise ordinance to be implemented around 10 p.m. overnight. There are lots of confirmed reports of looting, mostly in the outlying areas, Estacada, Colton, Moala.
So let's just stop right there for a second. This captain is saying there's confirmed cases of looting. Who's been doing a lot of looting lately? We're talking again about circumstantial evidence that everyone wants to say this is a conspiracy theory. Take your tinfoil hats off, man. Okay, fine. Let's just look at the circumstantial evidence right now. There's looting taking place in the rural areas. Who does the looting? Who's been looting nonstop? BLM and Antifa agitators. The same people who said they were going to bring it to the suburbs, they were going to bring it to the rural areas, the same people that said they were going to burn shit down if they didn't have their demands met. These are the same people, and this captain is confirming those reports that looting has been happening. Let's carry on.
Sandy, mostly in the outlying areas, lots of looting has been taking place, burglaries and whatnot. There's reports of, and this is not specific to an area, but all over the county, both outlying and even closer into town, of people of extremist groups staging gas cans for later destruction. And equally concerning is there are reports of people from other extremist groups. It's not confirmed Antifa, but suspected Antifa. This is more specific to the Estacada area. Reports and sightings of people armed with chainsaws. And the goal was to fall telephone poles in hopes of starting further fires. And that's all the information I have at this point.
All right.
After hearing that from Captain Smith here, I'm inclined, Jim. We've got to make an appeal to the governor to call in the National Guard. I think that's critical information. That is very unsettling. There's not enough law enforcement resources in the sheriff's department to handle all that. And I think that I'm fine with the curfew countywide now, more so than I was 15 minutes ago. But for crying out loud, we can't allow a deliberate attack on property and people's lives and just somehow leave the National Guard out there, sitting at home waiting for the call.
So, as you can see just from that one alone, and I am going to open up my live dashboard here because I think my chat got disconnected because I haven't seen a new chat come in, and so I'm going to pull this over here, down here somewhere so I can just kind of see it. What do you mean? Chat is disabled for this live stream. What do you mean chat is disabled for this live stream? Restored. Hang on a second here. What do you mean chat is disabled for this live stream? Hang on a second here. Sorry guys, if there's people watching, is it even going anymore? I mean, what's the deal here? Oh, okay, I do have some. Here it is. Okay. Sorry guys, everything got disconnected, so I didn't even know how many people were watching or who was here. I haven't been able to see your chats because freaking... Oh, that pisses me off. Anyways, I guess it's better than getting pissed on, right? When you get pissed off. Anyways, all right, well, I'm going to pull this to the side because my stupid chat, I was thinking, man, really? Nobody's paying attention? Whatever, okay. All right, anyways, as we can see right there, boom, boom, boom. There we go. As we can see from that little article, or from that video, rather, right? I'm going to close this out, too, since you're buffering. Yeah, I'm going to close this out, guys. Just give me a second. I apologize. It always does that when it disconnects. It's like, okay. So we can see from that one video that obviously the captain from the sheriff's department was confirming there was looting and people wanting to, with chainsaws, cut shit down. Now, I have a picture collage I'm going to try to find here in a minute. I didn't put it in the link because I just remembered I had it. Of somebody who had taken a bunch of picture collages of this known Antifa dude who, anyways, I'll pull it up later, but they show him with chainsaws, they show him with gas cans, they show him a maroon Lexus, which we're going to hear about in a second here. So you have that video right there. Circumstantial evidence. I get it, but circumstantial evidence. Here, let's go on to another one here. A Clackamas County Sheriff Department was put on administrative leave for stating Antifa was initiating chaos in the surrounding fires and areas. Let me show you this one. Boom. and we'll make it big for you. Oh, great.
All you need to launch a culinary
Yeah, of
empire.
course they're trying to get...
A Squarespace website where you
Anyways.
can brag about how you never went to culinary school.
Skip it.
What have you heard? And that's fine. You can say, oh, what have you heard about
This guy.
I want to know how you know the information because it's very serious right now. Okay.
Yeah. What I heard.
And my name's Mark, by the way.
Okay. What I heard from some
Sir, are you
Shirt
part of this?
dying.
Will you please go over there then? Thank you.
What I heard was from some conservatives.
So this guy gets put on administrative leave.
Okay.
Right.
And this is
But he doesn't give a shit. And you'll find out too. This is why he said what he said. It's because he only had 20 more days till he retired anyway. So he didn't even care.
serious. I mean, I want to know whatever you know.
Yeah. That
These are with Cop Watch stuff, so we're talking. All right,
that they were they had guns in the car. They said that there was Antifa that set a barrel on fire in Sandy.
I don't know that.
Okay. And they said that they said someone seen it.
Okay.
And they said
Are you videoing just so I know? Just so, are you
Yeah.
recording? Okay, that's cool. That's fine.
And what they did was they what they're doing is they're driving around looking for Antifa.
Your friends are or whoever these people are.
I don't.
Conservatives?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I also know because the guy showed me a video.
If you have, is a video showing cars or like that?
No.
Because we're serious about this, okay?
Yeah. A guy showed me this video right here,
Let me get my glasses on.
or not a video, but a picture.
Okay, gas cans and propane. Okay.
Yeah. They found that in a bush.
Where?
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Can we find out where? Because here's what I'm worried about. Bob, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What I'm worried about is that
Bob,
there's people
right.
stashing stuff, right?
Right.
Right.
It means that they're going to go in preparation. All right. And I don't want to sound like some doomsdayer,
Right.
but it's getting serious. And we need the public's help on this.
There are
Yeah.
people that are not going to leave their homes, and if this happens, if they start igniting more fires, people are going to die.
Right.
That's not okay.
No.
Shouldn't be okay with anybody on Cop Watch. Or
Hell no, it's not.
Anybody in the world right now.
No.
That's absolutely crossing a huge line.
Right.
Is he
About
with you?
politics or anything.
Is he part of your crew?
No one's with me.
Okay.
I'm by myself.
All right, because he was mean mugging, and I was like,
Yeah.
"You want to go talk to that guy?" There was something wrong with him. So if you know anything, please get a hold of me. And again, you can video this. I don't really care.
Right.
I don't. Hell, I'll even show you my name. You can get that on your camera too. Okay.
Do you have a business card?
I don't. I'm all up. I'll write my name down.
Okay.
You can call me. Okay.
Yeah.
So listen, this is what he gets into.
Yeah, like I said, I'm 20 days away, but I still give a shit.
Right.
And you can put it on camera. I give a shit. Okay. And if you need to spell that out, what guy said it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
he's
yeah,
like,
I
I'm,
was up there in the hills driving
I'm
around.
20
looking
days
for the
away from
fire and also
retiring.
looking
I
for
don't give a
looters.
shit. That's awesome.
If you find it, put that camera to work. So I want license plate numbers, vehicles. You can get their face. We want. 'Cause it's horrible up here right now.
Right. And a lot of the people believe that if the fire does hit town, the sheriffs will be gone, and basically it's going to be whatever people's here.
I'm not gonna be surprised. They've now pulled all fire personnel from the front lines because they're waiting for this just to explode.
Yeah.
So just for your own safety, I don't know where you live. I don't really care, but I don't know what the timeline is on it, but it's serious.
Yeah. Well, if it
And rational wrong think, you know, come on, bro. That doesn't mean much coming from an Australian. So you can say that sucked, but you're still Australian. All right, carry on.
If it comes here, I'm going to stand right in the middle of that parking lot right there.
Yeah,
Dude, that was a terrible idea, bro.
So-
If a fire came through there, even in the parking lot, you'd be dead.
But seriously, if you get any intel, because I know you're pretty well linked with some of the community as far as that stuff goes, please call
Listen to
us.
what he says here.
This is important because, and I'm gonna say this, Antifa motherfuckers, okay,
Right there.
Right.
are out causing hell.
Right.
And
See?
there's a lot of lives at stake, and there's a lot of people's property at stake because these guys got some vendetta.
Yep.
Right.
All right. So.
What
Yeah.
they don't realize is they.
So here's the thing. That cop, who 20 days left or not, you don't think that he's on the front line, obviously, hearing scanner calls, talking to his cop buddies, finding out what's going on, word on the street, and all he gives a shit about is honestly saving people's lives, that the forest and people's livelihoods are going to burn down everywhere. So this is right when all these fires were kicking off hard back on, so this is the 10th, right? So Thursday, Friday, whatever. So, anyways, is this kicking off hard? And so this sheriff says that. You could say, well, the sheriff could be wrong. Okay, maybe possibly, right? I still think he has better intel than us, right? And he's less likely to lie to you than the FBI or the media is in telling you there isn't. But okay, well then how about this one here? Let's go to this article, or let's go to this little doozy. Check this out. So, this is on Elk Rock Island. Now, nobody's from here, so Elk Rock Island is on the Willamette River down by Milwaukee, Oregon. And it's a big, not a huge island, but it's just a big, semi-big island, a couple football fields, whatever. In the middle of the Milwaukee River, full of pine trees and fir trees and forest trees, right? This is and it started on fire. How does down in Milwaukee where there was no forest fires, how does a fire start in the middle of the fucking river, right? Well, here's how.
There's two fires, one on the left, one on the right. After we went and put the one on the right out, we stomped it out, threw dirt on it and all that shit on the north side. But here's the video.
Oh shit, yeah, you were right up in it.
Yep. Now, watch up here.
You see somebody? Oh, there are people.
See that person? Right?
Yes, I did.
Yep. So, I decided to screenshot it. That's a person right there with
Looks like Shadow Man.
A torch or a
he shows a better
can
picture.
or something in their hands.
Shows a better picture.
And then, yeah, so right here. There you go. There's a better picture.
Oh,
black
yeah.
Hood, black hoodie, black pants, gas can, torch.
So, right there, guys. This is on Elk Rock Island. Oh, there's nobody starting these forest fires. That's a conspiracy theory. Oh, us at Facebook are gonna censor you because that's a conspiracy theory, man. That's a conspiracy theory. Okay, so we had that one there. I'll let this finish out. It's got 5 seconds left.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep.
That's-
There's only one way off, right?
Yeah, this trail.
Hopefully.
Okay, so we have that one. Right, we're not gonna, no, cancel. I don't want to listen to another one. That's not what I want. How do I stop this? Third out. Boom. Okay, so we have that. We have eyewitnesses video of somebody taking Elk Rock Island. Then you have the police scanners, right? Police scanner transmissions. So check this out here. This is a friend of mine who did some of these. I'm going to get away from... I don't know what this is. He put this in there. I don't know what this is exactly. This could be back burning. I don't know what plane is dropping. I don't know what this is. Really, that's like some sort of plane, or I don't know if that's a backfire. They're dropping that to do back burns or something. I don't find that suspicious just because that'd be, I don't know what that is. That's not what I want to, that's not really what I, here. So these are all local scanners from last week.
Setting up brush fire, caller stop to tell them no burning. That's what they're doing on purpose. 4-foot fire now. Semi-truck MPLA fires en route. No mention of weapons. Cat 355 powder. No descriptions on the subject.
So there's one. There's a whole bunch of these.
Suspicious circumstance. 127 Hill Way. Start code 1. Code 1 Hill Way. Weapon info saying subject with a vest holding a rifle and another male with an automatic gun. Light male 45 wearing all tactical gear. Jackson Road on the south side of Unger Road. We've got multiple fires in the brush. That's more than we're going to be able to put out.
Unger Road's not terribly far from me. I know where Unger Road's at, actually.
Copy all of it. He drove the truck into the gate trying to knock it over. He thinks he's on drugs. Vehicle is a... 1126. A lot of people in a gas can in the back. Cat 63 info is taking the 10.
Seeing a suspicious vehicle, 213 northbound 205. It's a dark Subaru with Texas plates, throwing multiple Molotov cocktails and a silver SUV, unknown Texas plates, Cap 810.
Male though, dressed in black, looked like he was trying to start fires on the side of the road, got startled and took off. He's down on Listenable Road, too far ahead of me to overtake. Let's have her be open. Female driver? Yeah, she's definitely trying to text while we got guns pointed at her, so she's in the area. Had gas cans in a field. Last seen 5 minutes ago. Don't have a direction of travel. Cat 142 info at 1942.
Gas cans in a field. Okay, so we have that. People are like, oh, that's still just coinky dinkle. I mean, that's just coinky dinkle. You don't have any proof that that's actually, you know, people's trying to start fires. I think you're just really being a little conspiratorial. You're being a little too conspiratorial. It's not cool. You're being conspiratorial. Okay, how about this? Okay.
I don't know what else to do, so I'm coming
Since Facebook
live
won't
on
let me
Facebook,
share
which
it,
I've never done
check this
before.
out. Yeah, Facebook wouldn't let me share it. I tried sharing this video on Friday night when it came in, and in one of our local community Facebook community pages. And this happened just down 213, would have been south on 213 from Oregon City. This lady gets out and says this. I tried sharing on her Facebook, it wouldn't let me. So I had to actually shoot a video, and then this gets deleted. This video got deleted. When I kept trying to share it, and finally it got taken down. Well, I videotaped it before it did, phone to phone. So sorry about the quality.
But Scott has, as you guys know, has been up on the fire, the Will Hoyt fire, on a bulldozer for the last 36 hours or something, and he was gonna go home and check on our house because just to check on our house and make sure that, you know, no assholes had taken any of our stuff. And he was driving from up on the hill, and he came down the hill, and in Markham turned right, and there's a hayfield right across the street from our driveway, and there's right before Markham Circle, and he noticed out in the hayfield there's some big round bales, and one of them has a smiley face on it. I'm sure if you live out there, you know what I'm talking about. And he noticed two guys in gas masks out there, and they're trying to set the freaking field on fire, the hay bale on fire, the big bale. So he pulls off to the side of the road and gets out of the truck, and the guys run and get in their car and are headed towards Silverton. Scott has been on the dozer. He has no idea what's going on. He doesn't know that this has been happening. I know there was a sighting of two guys in gas masks last night up on Sawtell trying to start a fire, which somebody then said was false, and somewhere else as well. So I'm here to tell you that is actually happening. Scott watched them trying to start a fire on that round bale across from our driveway on Highway 213, right next to the road. And they are heading towards Silverton in a maroon Lexus.
In a maroon Lexus. Commit that to memory. I'm going to find this picture. I didn't put it when I go through these other links. I'm going to show you a picture of a known Antifa guy who's been tied to these things, and there's a picture of him in a maroon Lexus. So I'm just saying, it's awful damn. It doesn't mean it is him, but it sure shit don't mean it ain't either. So go, and another thing, as you're listening to this, who do you want to believe? The media who wants to lie to you, that does nothing but lie to you, that wants to shape the narrative of fiery, peaceful protests that CNN loves to put out, right? Who wants to show you of, claim that missiles exploding in Syria when actually it's a video of a firing range in Kansas, just for a couple little minor examples there. The media that wants to lie to you and wants to run cover for far left, because we know they're in bed with the left, and 95% of the media is in bed with the left. They want to tell you it's the FBI who's saying, oh, we've already investigated. How much? You didn't have enough time to fully investigate these yet. You have enough confidence to come out after a day of investigating them and say that they are absolutely, it's a conspiracy theory, and you want to use the word conspiracy theory because we know why the word conspiracy theory was even designed. To throw complete and total discredit anything that some people who might have credible information would say. Anyways, or do we want to listen to firsthand information from a very credible looking person that's like who's obviously flustered and upset and worried and saying we literally saw this with our own eyes?
I called 911 already. Scott tried. Anyway, long story. I called 911 already, and but I don't think anything's happening because they don't have people to do it. So, like, this is unreal. I don't even understand this. I mean, they're up there fighting these fires nonstop around the clock, and these assholes are literally starting fires all over the place. So all these fires are being started by these jackasses. They're not starting naturally. They're being started by people. And I kept seeing articles about this and other people's posting about this, and I just kind of kept thinking like, oh, I don't know if this is real, but it is real. It is real. So yeah. I don't know what to say other than like watch. What you have to just keep your eyes open.
So yeah, I don't want to. Basically, she just goes on to say, "Hey, watch out! You got no." So then there's another one. There's this here. So I'm going to shut down some of these. Shut down that one. Shut down that one. Shut down that one. Okay. So then you have this one. This article that just came out today. Man arrested for igniting brush fire in Portland starts 6 more fires in less than 12 hours after release. So this dude here, Portland police arrested a man for starting a fire with a Molotov cocktail and released him, only to take him into custody again the next day for allegedly setting 6 more fires. Domingo Lopez Jr., 45, was booked in the Multnomah County Detention Center on Sunday evening after police discovered a blaze set on the side of the freeway. A witness identified the suspect who admitted to the police that he'd set the fire. Lopez Jr. used a Molotov cocktail, a plastic bottle with a wick, to ignite the blaze. He was charged with reckless burning and disorderly conduct in a second degree and was released without bail. With everything going on, 1 million acres of land being burned, and you catch some scumbag shitbag lighting shit on fire, and you slap him on the wrist and let him go? Unfucking believable. Then you have this one. Many arrests thus far. FBI says reports of Antifa and arson in Oregon are conspiracy theories. I think we started off with this. The FBI comes out and says the theories are just all conspiracies, guys. Yet multiple suspects have been arrested. For instance, this guy right here. You have this, I think this is the tweet from Andy No. Yeah, I might cover this again later, so this might be redundant. Man, my internet is really going slow right now. You got this guy who started, Jeff Thomas, 36, was arrested in Portland and charged with first-degree felony arson, felony unlawful use of a weapon, and 2 counts of felony criminal mischief. Law enforcement says Thomas tried to set Northwest Portland Hotel gas pipe on fire. Not the brightest, because you can't start a fire through the regulator like that. It'll actually burn it off. But still, the attempt that he would do that, right? Or how about this one here? You got this other one here. Portland man charged in May 29, 2020 arson at Justice Center. So here's the thing. You have people, again, and I'm being redundant, that have said they want to that have been burning Portland to the ground for the last 100 plus days, that have said they want to bring it to the suburbs, that have said they want to take it to the rural areas, that have said that they want to kill all the fascists, right, and all the conservative and the Trump supporters that are neo-Nazis. They want to bring the chaos out to the suburbs and whatnot. You have all these fires breaking out, you have all these police scanners, so on and so forth, and yet people want to say that it's a conspiracy theory. Yeah, I think this one here too is another one. Molotov cocktails tossed towards police during Portland protest. Activist sets his leg on fire. Is this the one where he's doing the dance when he sets his leg on fire? I really hope it is. That one was funny. Yeah, I think it is. This one here is just karma. Instant karma. this? It's so great.
Failure to adhere to this order may subject you to arrest, citation, or criminal penalties.
Yeah, but they wouldn't start. They wouldn't dare start anything on fire, right? These shitbags wouldn't start anything on fire, right? That's not the picture. Maybe this one is it. Burn, baby, burn it, burn, baby, burn, burn, baby, burn.
Russia! Out of the way!
One of these, some bitch gets
you put the boom! Go.
Shitbags got looking better.
Police Bureau. To those near Ventura Park, this has been declared a riot.
Insane.
All persons must immediately leave the area by traveling to the east. Failure to adhere to this order may subject you to arrest, citation, or condemnation.
I'm not going to worry about it. The dude gets his leg caught on fire and he starts dancing around. It was hilarious. You have that. Antifa burns black businesses down. Just again, building my... Watch Antifa militant set fire to black-owned businesses in Portland. Bombard mayor apartment with fireworks. So, this is, again, Antifa, right? Starting shit on fire. But we're supposed to think that it's not... They would not dare go out to the suburbs and do it. Then you have this article here, too. A man in Jackson County is arrested. When it comes up, my internet is slower than dog. Jackson County Sheriff's announced a suspect has been arrested on arson and other charges regarding a fire that was set during the Alameda fire in the area of the railroad tracks in Phoenix, Oregon. This case is separate from the Alameda fire investigation, but the investigators have a joint effort by the Major Assault Death Investigation Unit members, including JCSO, suspect Michael Jared Bacall. Local transient is lodged in the following charges: arson 2 counts, criminal mischief 15 counts, reckless endangerment 14 counts. So my point is this. Though Facebook is going to try and act like a publisher, not a platform, as though they're going to act like the arbiter of all truth. They have been censoring stuff, but just for instance, like the COVID 1984, any of that goes against the narrative to say, hey, this isn't as bad a deal as we say it is, or the Kyle Rittenhouse to say, oh, it was self-defense. They censor all of those, or the wildfires. Oh, we censor all of those. Who decides what's authoritative news is? Is it Facebook? Is it the powers that be? Is it actually the authoritative news deciding that they're the authoritative news? It is absolutely crazy what has happened, and I don't know where it stops, and I don't know how it stops, and I don't know when it stops, and I don't know what happens if they just completely continue to censor and push everybody else out that wants to say and bring anything up that's truth that's against their actual narrative. All I know is it's insane right now. It's absolutely insane, and I'm really hoping that things change because they are just absolutely crazy. All right, we're going to take 60-second break right now. This one is for Rational Wrongthink, and then we're going to come back and we're going to cover some lockdowns for a couple minutes, and we're going to call it a night. So be back in 60 seconds. Do not go anywhere. This is for Rational Wrongthink. This one's for you, Rational. Going out. If you guys have not subscribed to Rational Wrongthink, you need to check his channel out. He is the second best parody writer on the internet. No volumes, bro. What do you mean no volumes? Oh, man. Well, you see a wing dingler right there, right? Oh, crap. Oh, that's Rational Wrongthink, monitor only. Oh, I'm sorry. Monitor. There you go. Can you hear it now? Hear it now.
Breaking news tonight, new
Rational
bombshell.
This is second best parody writer on the internet. It's his idol. Inspiration. Okay, so go back to there, that one there, yeah. So that was Rational Wrong Thing. Sorry I screwed up part of that for you, Rational. My bad. Yeah, my bad. I should have thought I had that set up right, but whatever. It's been a minute. So, all right, getting my second one ready. Second best parody writer. No, I have heard of Daniel Bostock, and I think that we are probably as good, or it isn't a competition. I wish you quit trying to make this a competition, Rational, right? Everyone gets a trophy, okay? Everyone gets a trophy. So, all right. Anyway, moving on. All right. Countries ramping up the lockdowns and full authoritarian crackdowns. All right, guys, here's the thing. We are coming into the fall. We've talked about it, that this was going to happen. Trump just came out and said he absolutely will not do another lockdown. Good for him. I'm glad he's saying that. He could have said that back in February. But anyways, he didn't. But he's saying he won't take us into another lockdown. Biden is saying he would listen to the science, which if he was listening to the science, he wouldn't take us into a lockdown either, because the science doesn't make sense. That science does not point that we should be in lockdowns. But a lot of these countries are ramping it all up, getting in full swing. For instance, this first article comes from Israel. Israel to enter full-blown lockdown, shut schools, and close most non-essential businesses from September 18th. So just starting here in just a couple days. Israel is poised to declare the whole country a red zone due to a spike in COVID-19 cases, limiting people's movement to a 500-meter radius from home and closing all non-essential businesses that serve customers in person. Later in this article, excuse me, you would think that maybe they were locking down because there was missiles coming in, right? Or bombs were getting dropped, or Hamas or Iran or Syria were attacking them. They can stay open through all of that. They don't shut their businesses down when rockets are getting launched in. But they're going to shut it down. Israel's going to shut everything down because of COVID. COVID, which has so far, they have 33 active cases of the flu, the bad flu there. They have 146,000 total cases, right, of the bad flu, and 500 people in serious condition. They don't mention in any of this article how many people have actually died. But they're going to lock everything down. They're going to shut down the whole country. It's kind of interesting, though, if you read this article and you go through it a little bit, how down here, I think it is, right here. A new batch of restrictive measures is to be unveiled as the country is still reeling from the devastating economical impact of the first lockdown, which has driven the unemployment rate to nearly 20% and thrown the economy into a recession. Here's an interesting point. Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is currently under investigation for corruption, has received massive pushback for his botched response to the pandemic, as well as for long-standing corruption charges. Around 10,000 people hit the streets of Jerusalem on Saturday night, protesting against Netanyahu's government, as anti-government demonstrations continue for the 12th consecutive weekend. And all of a sudden, we need to lock it down. Whoa, man, COVID's really out of control. We need to lock it down, right? But you know what? It isn't just Australia that's doing it. In the UK, you have the UK getting so authoritarian that party police strike again. UK cops bust house party and issue a $10,000 fine to teenagers. A teenager who dared host a party of 50 people in Nottinghamshire has felt the full force of the coronavirus penalties and was slapped with a $10,000 fine. Across the UK, police forces are cracking down on unauthorized fun. North Hampshire police broke up the party on Friday night, sent 50 guests packing, and issued a $10,000 penalty notice to the 19-year-old host. Touting the crackdown in a statement, Assistant Chief Constable Steve Cooper said the raid showed how police were willing to use the full powers we have to deal with this. Right here too, Call of Duty party police, British bobbies used thermal optics to break up a party. The bust came 2 days before a raft of new strict coronavirus rules are set to come into full force. Most social gatherings will be limited to groups of 6, with fines of rule breakers up to $3,200. Those who refuse to pay will face a day in court and potential criminal record for saying, I'm going to get together with my friends and actually use my common sense and my immune system for a flu virus that has been proven to be shit in the sense of deadliness. 99% of the people who catch it get better without any kind of problems. Masks aren't good to stop smoke, but masks are good to stop COVID-19. CDC just came out and recently said, apparently smoke particles are smaller than the virus particles. I could go on and on and on and on and on with the nonsense of this virus. It is being used to sweep in authoritarian rule on us as a people. We can jump over to Australia as the last one. We have Rational on here, where Rational could speak to this, and I wish he was on tonight. And I tried to get him on. Apparently, he can just chat away in our chat, but he's too good to come on. He's too bigwig to come on and to share some thoughts. But apparently, it's okay for him to jump on and chat away in the chat. Thanks, Rational. Australia, pregnant lady arrested for organizing a peaceful protest. Check this out. COVID, Australian anti-lockdown suspect arrest draws controversy. You think? Footage shows officers handcuffing pregnant woman Zoe Lee Bueller, 28, in her home in Victoria on Wednesday in front of her partner and children. She starts crying during the arrest, telling the police, I didn't realize I was doing anything wrong. Authorities have defended the officers, saying they acted appropriately. Victoria has been in lockdown since July to curb the coronavirus outbreak that has fueled Australia's second wave. Authorities have, where was the first wave? Where was the first wave? Rational, was there a first wave there? Did we even have a first wave there? Says, I didn't know you were coming on, but I don't have a mic. Okay, well, just answer my question. Okay, answer my question. Did you even know there was a second wave or a first wave? Because they're saying a second wave started. I never even knew a first wave came. Anyway, no, there was no first wave. Exactly. But the second wave's coming. Apparently the second wave's bigger than the first wave. So we're going to arrest pregnant women who were organizing a peaceful protest to go out and say, hey, can we have our freedoms back, please? What her big mistake was that she didn't organize a BLM rally. Apparently, if you burn, loot, and murder, you're welcome to go out and do all that all you want. But if you're going to organize a peaceful protest to ask for your freedoms back, and you're a pregnant lady just trying to organize a peaceful protest, you get arrested. And then there's videos on here about how the police went in and just busted up the peaceful protest that actually happened. How tough has Victoria's lockdown been? Individuals can face fines of $1,600. I don't know what that is in Australian money, but it sounds like, $1,600. Apparently it's $1,200 Australian money. I don't know. They have weird money there. For breaking restrictions or imprisonment for serious breaches. The lockdown has worked to slow the virus. Victoria has recorded below 100 cases on most days this week, but we're going to arrest people. Compared to over 700 during the peak in August. Over 700 cases. Big freaking deal. I wonder if we tallied every single person that caught the flu every year. Every year when you catch the flu, you're like, I can't come to work, I got the flu. I wonder if we tallied up every single one of those people, how many we would have per day. Thousands upon thousands upon thousands nationwide. Oh my God. She did the whole thing she did wrong on all of that, you guys, was she said that it was a protest to get our freedoms back. You can't have your freedoms back. If you want to protest for the powers that be that want to tear down our freedoms, the Marxist agendas that want to tear down our freedoms, that want to take away our freedoms, that want to make us subjugated to this new world global order that is rolling out before us, this technocracy that is rolling out before us, this contact tracing hell that is rolling out before us, this freedomless life that is rolling speaking out before us. If you want to protest that, we will arrest you. We don't care if you're pregnant. We'll find you $10,000. We will kick you straight up in your ball sack if you dare push back on us on that. But if you want to go out and you want to push our agenda, which is chaos and tear everything down, well, then have at it. Have at it. Because the virus, it can distinguish if you're virtuous. Says $1,600 is about 2 weeks' wages for the average worker in Australia. Yeah, $1,600, man. That is a no small amount of money. I mean, at all. Not even here. Not even here in the land of the milk and honey, right? In the blessed promised land of America. I just kidding, Rational. She also said she wanted people to remain peaceful and wear masks and social distance. She wanted to tell people, she wanted to do it just by the book, and she gets cracked down on. It's unfucking believable what's happening. It's unfucking believable. So, okay, guys. Well, I don't know what else on this I can say. I'm going to go over to D-Live because I haven't seen any D-Live people tonight, real quick like. And I'm going to start doing it on D-Live only because I can say whatever the fuck I want to say over there, and they let you. YouTube is cracking us straight up in the balls. I got 2 people over there been chatting away, probably donating some. Oh, look at that, man. Okay, good. I'm going to give back. I've got enough to give back, so I'm giving back. I'm going to do that. I've added 50 to it. How much more do I got up in here? Okay, so I can only do it once, guys. Thank you so much. I'm going to distribute right now to the people over on D-Live, 29 seconds and counting down. Thank you guys for your donations. I made 75 cents on that. People donated up to 75 cents, which was really nice. Actually, 50 cents because I think I had 20 cents in there. I'm going to start primarily doing it. Yeah, exactly. They're trying to take away the weapons. I know. I can't, Modus. You said take a breather, Steven. I can't. I get fired up and I get on a roll on this stuff and I just I go off. I do. I am on Discord. Hey, Rational, is it easy for you to pull that up? Wait, hang on. Luckiest followers. Why? No winners this time. How do I have no winners over there? Huh. Okay, well, I guess I still have it in my chat then. I don't have any winners. Why don't I have any winners how is there no winners in my D-Live? Let me find my Discord for you and I'll put it up here. I was just thinking about that tonight, how I haven't been staying up on my Discord. It's so hard to follow up different social medias, you know? It's really tough. I want to figure out how to get podcasts going and get my podcast up and going where these will all go on to podcasts, but I am gonna get my D-Live for you, or not my D-Live, my Discord. It's been so long since I've been here, man. I don't even invite people. There we go. Edit invite link. I want it to expire never. Create and generate link. Copy. Okay. Here's my Discord for anybody who wants to join. I'm gonna get better at being there. I haven't been there a lot. Like I said, Parler at SJG Perspective, and Parler, and then my D-Live at SJG Perspective. I'd like you guys to follow me there. Those are the 2 real primary ones. But I'm trying to get, I always say this, right? I'm trying to get more consistent, but it's hard when you work. I work 60 hours a week on my day job. So 60 hours a week and then having a family too, it doesn't give me a lot of time to research the subjects I want and to be able to do it as consistently as I want to. So I'm trying to come up with a better format. Maybe I only put 1 long form video out a week. I don't know. But we'll just see. We'll just see how it goes. But anyways, guys, I appreciate everyone. Please like it and share it out. Thank you guys for hanging out. I got to figure out why my restream was not connected. He's an asshole. Steve G is an asshole. I appreciate Rational and Heart of Texas and Modus Operandi and Liesel. And Redman, man. Let's see who else we got in here. I have more people watching, but those are the only ones who cared enough to really chat, it looks like. Oh, and Mohammed Aloha Snack Bar. I think he already left. He just jumps in and jumps out. He doesn't spend much time. Anyways, you guys, I appreciate you hanging out with me tonight. It feels good to get this one into the books, and some things I wanted to say on this. Don't believe what they're telling you, unless it's true. But use your brains and try to look at stuff balancedly, in a balanced manner. But man, I don't know. They're lying to us, and we're living in a crazy-ass world right now. I don't know what else to say. Until next time, it's SJG Perspective. And hit like on the way out, peeps. Yes, do it. Damn, 60 hours a week. I have not done that for a while. It sucks. It does suck, man. Until next time, it is SJG Perspective. You guys have a great and wonderful evening, and we will talk to you soon. I'm out. Bye. Oh, yeah, sorry. For rational. Without fear of animals. All right, guys. Later. Bye.